Hello, in that third video about the MusiCHI Tagger, we're going to see all the tools provided by the suite to be able to tag this 5-volume CD of Vivaldi properly. We know that the performers for these 5 CDs are the same, but if we were to group by the artist field, then we realize they are written completely differently every time. So we're going to first deal with this. So let's ungroup, and on the first file, let's use that feature, format album artist, here, which will parse and copy the artist into the album artist field. Then we can edit, remove the instruments here, and let's copy them. Now we're going to copy these values to all album artist fields. So select all by this little icon, Control I, edit, and paste. Now these values are going to be written everywhere here. The MusiCHI Suite has, both in the Reaper and the Tagger, a wonderful utility called MusiCHI Clean, which allows to clean and normalize classical music data on performers, composers, and composition. So let's use it now for the composer and the performers here. Let's select all records and right-click MusiCHI Clean or Control M. And these are the fields where it applies. So let's use composer and album artist and proceed. And by magic, Vivaldi has been recognized, its period has been put, Baroque period, and the performers also with the proper accents, their checks, with the instruments. Let's complete the rest of the fields at the album level. So, edit, let's put album, which are prepared, and then let's put CD0, because each volumes will have to be CD1, CD2. Let's put the composer into the artist fields, and it's all bassoon concerto, so we will use bassoon as a main instrument, and the genre will be a concerto with a single instrument. And save. Now there are things to perform at the directory level, so let's group on directory, and let's select one, which is volume 2. And here, how many tracks do we have for that CD? So if I double click here, you will show it to me. And if I double click here, see CD1 of 1. Or you could put it CD2 of 5, depending how you want to do it. And here it's volume 2, so we put CD2. Now we completed the rest of the data, as well as the publisher here. And if we were to group by album, now it all makes sense. We have all of them written properly. What is left to deal with is the composition field. Now, as you can see, even the names are written not in a very consistent manner. Once it's in English, the other is in French. So let's see how we can do with the composition. Here we have a text processing utility, which is if you right click text processing or Control T, and we can say that our source will be name, our target will be composition, and here what separates the movement from the actual composition is a dash. So we say separated by a dash, and we will copy. And as you can see here, what will happen is the composition will be copied in that portion. And we're going to do the same here, except that the separator now is a semicolon. We have in MusiCHI Clean also the catalog of composition by the 4 most popular composers, and Vivaldi is one of them. So here we can normalize all this, Control A, right click, MusiCHI Clean, then in this case let's do composition, and press proceed. And all concerto have been recognized, and they're all written in a consistent fashion. You can change the setting of the MusiCHI Clean here if you want to have the tonalities written in different way, the catalog with initials. I mean, you have a lot of flexibility in how you want your composition to be written. Now we're left with putting the composer in the beginning of the composition line and the performers at the end. So let's do that. In edit composition field, add composer, Vivaldi. If you want to put, let's say, Vivaldi Antonio, we can do that as well. And the performers at the end. And we're done. Now all the records are clean, we can add them to a library. So here you do that by this icon or library, add all tracks to a library. Let's use the test library. And we import the folders, yes. And now we can play it. And as you can see, everything is proper. If we were to switch to composition to album, they are properly done. Everything set. This showed all the tools you have at your disposal to tag your metadata properly. Of course, you don't have to do it, but if you feel inclined, at least you have the tools to do the job fast and well. Thank you very much.